Alright everyone, baka mapansin nyo na by the time na mapanood nyo tong video na to, medyo hindi nasakto yung price, no? And that's because I'm recording this over lunch. Unfortunately, I won't be home later pag sara ng market, so I won't be able to release a video later. Pero dahil hindi na tayo nakapag-release kahapon, I did want to try and make sure na meron kayong mapapanood today, na meron tayong updates today. Okay, so pagpasensyahan nyo na kung medyo delayed ng konti. But we'll start off with Wilcon, no? Now, tong Wilcon, nagkaroon tayo ng wide-ranging candle a couple of days ago, right there, di ba? And because of that, I adjusted my range ng konti para lang i-accommodate siya. So where we are right now is essentially where we were since a couple of weeks ago, meaning between itong 27.10 hanggang mga 31.5 more or less na range. Nagkaroon tayo ng konting lagpas pero that was a mock-up. So kapag hindi nyo pa alam ano yung mock-up or yung mock-down, I've included the link in the description box below para pwede nyo panoorin yung video na yon, no? So nagkaroon tayo ng mock-up but it was short-lived. The next day, gap down tayo. And again, medyo na-trap lang tayo ulit sa loob ng original na range. So, based on that, ano yung mga scenarios na pwede natin tignan dito sa Wilcon? If price collapses and breaks beneath 27.10, we might come back dito sa 24.45 na area or dito sa kung saan tayo naglagay ng purple zone, no? Bakit zone ang ginamit ko? Kasi aside from there being a level of previous resistance, meron din tayong gap na naiwan dito and I wanted to encompass both of them kasi wala namang kasiguraduhan na porket may level tayo, ibig sabihin kailangan sakto-sakto doon, no? Hindi naman po yan stoplight na kapag umabot doon kailangan tumigil. Alright? So if we break beneath 27.10, I think yan yung next quote-unquote magnet for price. If let's say however naman na we can actually start closing and holding above 31.5, yung next level of resistance natin will be at 33.7. However, given current market conditions and given where price is currently, which is in the middle of chop, there's really not much to do just yet dito sa Wilcon other than to watch and see where it goes next. Kapag meron kayong inaabangan na value area para sa kanya, then if it pulls back there, then by all means, execute your plans. But until then, siguro konting patience muna, konting hintay-hintay muna as we wait and see how this develops. Next, tignan naman po natin yung Megaworld, no? Now, yung Megaworld, ang laki na binaksak ng price. Umabot tayo nung high at nag-form ng resistance at 2.68. But from there, we've come back to 2.03 nung isang araw, which was our level of support. Nag-hold. Tapos today, nagkaroon tayo ng slight bounce. And as of lunchtime, we're trading at 2.08. Okay? Now, hanggang nandito yung price sa loob ng range na to, between 2.03 hanggang 2.23. Diba? Baka dyan lang muna siya sumayaw. Kasi parang from the move higher, bumalik lang tayo within the bounds of this original range here. So, maaaring dyan muna tayo sumayaw. Pero kung kunwari tuluyang mabasag yung price, we break beneath itong area na to between 1.98 hanggang 2.03, then yung next level of support natin will be dito na, which was yung pandemic low at 1.86, assuming mabasag yung area na yan. Again, it's an area kasi medyo maraming support levels dito sa area na to, so I wanted to look at it as an area or as a zone rather as just one specific na level, di ba? Mas maganda na yung may allowance tayo ng konti. Now, kung kunwari naman from here we can come back and retake tong 2.32, that opens up this range here from 2.32 hanggang 2.46 or at least for a possible gap fill. And if 2.46 breaks, yung next level of resistance natin will be 2.68 na. Now, unfortunately, medyo mabilis bumulusok pababa yung price tulad ng nangyari dito. Now, maybe that means na tulad ng nangyari dyan, maakain din kaagad pabalik. Diba? Tulad ng sinabi natin sa iba nating mga analysis, usually inefficient moves tend to get eaten up eventually. But the problem is hindi natin alam kailan mangyayari yon. So just because we're at support, it doesn't necessarily mean na good entry na siya. You still need to wait for potential catalysts or for potential setups based on whatever system it is that you use. Personally, I'm looking for some type of strong bullish divergence dito sa MEG. Kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung strong bullish divergence, I've included a link for the video ng tinuro natin sa base sa turo ni Senior Spyfrat in the description box below, no? So you can go check that out para alam nyo what to watch out for. Next, tignan naman po natin yung SMPH. Now, we mentioned, diba, na for the longest time, this was ranging in that particular area. However, since then, we have broken down. We've broken beneath tong level of support at 31.45. We've hit yung next level of support at 30.3. Tapos nag-hold tayo doon and today nag-bounce back and bumalik tayo within the general vicinity ng previous level of support natin turned resistance. Now, hindi ako magugulat kung either mag-hold tong 31.6 and we start rolling over again, or we move slightly higher, pabalik nitong vicinity of lows around 33, 33.25 bago tayo makahanap ng resistance. Okay? Kung mangyari ang either scenario, mauntog tayo dito or dito, and then we start rolling over and we break beneath tong 30 area, baka next balikan natin yung supports natin dito at 28.75 followed by 27.9. Kung sakali naman na mag V-shape return to, meaning bawiin niya agad yung move, a break above 33.25 would likely lead to a move towards yung 34.5 na next level of resistance followed by 35.65. However, just because we had a sheer drop, it doesn't necessarily mean na quote-unquote mura na siya. Okay, remember, just because mura na, diba, for lack of a better term, it doesn't mean na yan na yon. It doesn't mean na sagad na. Okay, so as always, be patient, wait for your setups to develop before jumping in dito sa SMPH. Next, tignan naman po natin tong SCC. Now, the last time na tinignan po natin to, sabi nga natin, baka mag-form tayo ng head and shoulders pattern, and we did. And we broke beneath the neckline. Tapos ngayon, we're coming back and retesting itong cluster of lows na to. Okay? Now, I wanted to start zoomed out to show you how far we've gone, no? I mean, ang layo na inangat niya eh. Okay? So, let me zoom in and we can discuss this further. Kung sabihin natin na mauntog nga tayo dito sa area of lows na to, tapos tuluyan ng mabasag tong 38.95, then the next area or the next level that price could head towards to will be 36.15. Okay, kapag mabasag pa yan, then perhaps we revisit tong double low na naiwan natin dito or double bottom. Now, kung kabaliktaran naman, let's say we break above the right shoulder high around 42 pesos, then that opens up this range once again hanggang 44.4. And then magkakaroon tayo ng pattern failure. Okay? Pattern failure meaning something that was bearish might instead turn bullish and vice versa. So if magkaroon nga tayo ng pattern failure dito sa SCC, we'll come back and talk about it again para lang hindi magulo and there's not too much information to process. But for now, yun yung mga areas or levels na inaabangan ko dito. Okay? Kung kunwari, nag-iisip pa lang na pumasok where it is right now, again, just consider na it's still trapped within this range between 39 pesos hanggang mga 42. So, be conservative with your estimates, with your targets. Okay? Huwag masyadong ipilit kasi again, even though SCC as a whole mukhang pataas pa rin, the market naman, kumbaga the wider or the bigger market, hindi talaga maganda ang conditions right now. So, I wouldn't be taking risky trades or I wouldn't be forcing anything kasi the likelihood that it fails is higher compared to what it would be if the market was more bullish. And then finally, tignan naman po natin tong GTCAP. Now, for GTCAP, we're gonna need to start zoomed out para lang makita nyo saan ko hinugot yung mga areas or levels ko, no? Now, napapansin nyo dito sa baba, meron tayong white zone. Matagal na natin pinag-usapan to na it might be some place that price could head towards assuming bumaksak tayo. And yun na nga, when we started pushing lower, medyo lumapit na tayo dito. Granted, hindi pa niya exactly na naaabot and it might never do so. Hindi naman po natin alam yun eh. But we got quite close. Now, let me zoom in a bit. Just note na etong level na to at 409 is galing siya dito. Okay? Now, when price pulled down towards tong support natin around 409, medyo nag-hold na siya, no? Doon muna tayo sumayaw pang samantala. Now, if from here we can push higher, perhaps breaking back above 440, then I believe we can take advantage of yung inefficient move down to potentially trade this range between 440 hanggang 475. Whether or not it sets up in such a way na papayagan nga niyang i-trade natin siya remains to be seen. Hindi naman po natin alam ano itsura nun eh. For all we know, price could just blast away and break itong 440 tapos dire-diretso hanggang 475 without picking any of us up. Alright? Pero kung kunwari naman hindi nangyari yon, we could pull back, mauntog na lang dito sa 440, then roll back lower. Then I do think mangyayari nun is pupuntahan na nga natin tong white zone na na-identify natin from a few months back. Matagal na natin siya sinasabi as a potential magnet for price, and here we are, hindi na tayo ganun nalalayo. Kung umabot tayo do sa white zone na yon, then that's a potential area where you can watch out for in case magkaroon nga tayo ng some type of bullish structure na mag-form doon. Kung meron, we'll rediscuss this again. Kasi maraming kandila pa yun eh. Minimum weeks ang bilang nun. Okay, so kung umabot nga tayo dyan, let's see how this develops moving forward. But for now, I would wait before just simply quote-unquote buying on support kasi ilang beses na rin siyang na-test eh. Baka next na test sa kanya, tuluyan ng mabasag. We don't know. Again, forcing trades when market conditions aren't good simply lower the odds even further. So it's a good way na magsunog tayo ng pera. So medyo iwasan natin siya ng konti unless of course, again, meron kayong value area na pinag-aabangan, pinagplanuhan nyo na ng mabuti, alam nyo bakit nyo hinahanap na umabot doon yung price, alam nyo saan kayo mali, and so on, then by all means, go ahead and take the trade. But otherwise, patience is key. Okay, konting pasensya, hintayin lang natin kasi kung pilit tayo ng pilit, kakainin lang tayo ng bear market. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!